Dear students, I am Dr. Darwin Kaushal and today we are going to deal with very important topic which is 8th edition of AJCC TNM classification system for oral cavity cancer. Now as we all know that oral cavity cancer is not only common in India but in whole of a world, and we should know how to investigate this cancer and what are important changes which have been made in 8th edition of American Joint Committee on Cancer. So let's study all these changes and investigation protocol. As we are going to talk about AJCC TNM classification system, so we must know that this concept of classification system has been proposed by International Union Against Cancer, and this is UICC, which is Union for International Cancer Control, which was there in 1958. But later on there was American Joint Committee which was proposed in 1959. Now it is important for us to remember that American Joint Committee has changed its name to the American Joint Committee on Cancer in 1980, and they published the first edition of the manual for staging of cancer in 1977. Now every new edition is published with updates for all cancer classification system, and now what we are going to talk about is 8th edition AJCC oral cavity cancer. So I hope now you should remember these three important abbreviations, that is UICC, AJC and AJCC. In TNM staging system, T stands for tumor. Now that means this is about extent of a primary tumor which corresponds to almost size or extent. N stands for node, which signifies extent of a cancer within nearby lymph nodes, and M obviously stands for metastasis, that what is the spread of this cancer to distant sites. When we talk about investigations for oral cavity or tongue carcinoma, remember we have three subgroup of investigation. We have radiology, biopsy, and third is metastatic workup or workup which is used to do PAC fitness, that is pre-anesthesia checkup. Now remember, it is a common mistake that we do biopsies before radiology, and moment we do biopsies before radiology, biopsy is going to produce some local changes there. There is bleeding, there is hemorrhage in tissue, and when we subject these patients to radiology, it tends to overstage tumor. Why? Because there is a distortion of architecture. So it is important that always do biopsy after radiology, that is CT or MRI, which we will discuss later. And third is metastatic workup, which includes chest x-ray or PET scan at times, and there are some investigations, blood investigation as a part of PAC fitness. As we know that computed tomography detects primary tumor very well as lymph node metastasis, but remember, for you students, most important thing is that CT is a very good investigation for seeing bone infiltration. So remember, CT for bone. The advantage of magnetic resonance imaging is that it is very good investigation to detect very small lesions, and it is useful for assessment of local spread of a tumor also. But what I want all of you to remember, that MRI is very good for soft tissues, bone marrow, to see vessels involvement, to see neural involvement. So remember, CT is for bone, MRI is for soft tissue. If you will follow it, then it will be very beneficial to all of you. Now coming to most important slide of this presentation, which is comparing 8th edition AJCC with 7th edition in oral cavity cancer. Now see this slide carefully. Now, if we talk about T1 cancer, this is oral cavity cancer. When we talk about T1 cancer, earlier what was there was size of a tumor less than 2 centimeter. T2 2 to 4 centimeter, T3 more than 4 centimeter, whereas T4A. Now, I always teach my students that whenever we talk about T4A, that means either bone involvement or skin involvement. So remember these two words. Clear? Whereas somebody can also classify as T4A means resectable disease, T4B means unresectable. Now when we talk about unresectable disease, that means either it has involved skull base or any major vessel which leads to disastrous consequences like internal carotid artery. So again I revise, T4A means resectable, T4B means unresectable. Clear? Unresectable means skull base involvement or ICA, internal carotid artery involvement. Although no disease is unresectable, everything you can resect, but yes, in terms of oncologically safe surgery, we talk about these terms. Now, what is change in 8th edition AJCC? Most important, you can see in front of your eyes, that is depth of invasion, DOI. So this is most important. Now if we see T1, they have included less than equal to 2 centimeter, whereas depth of invasion is less than equal to 5 millimeters. So up to 5 millimeters you have T1, whereas T2 less than equal to 2 centimeters, or if size is less than depth of invasion has to be more, that is more than 5 millimeters or less than equal to 10 millimeters of depth of invasion. So remember what change they have made here is depth of invasion they have included. So any tumor 5 to 10 millimeters depth is now T2 cancer. Remember, in spite of a size, even if it is less than 2 centimeters. So this is very important for you. Don't make a mistake. Clear? Don't only go by size, also see depth of invasion. Whereas in T3 you can see that depth of invasion is more than 10 millimeters or size is more than 4 millimeters. Whereas if you see T4A disease, particularly as we are discussing here tongue carcinoma, so earlier there was involvement of extrinsic muscles of a tongue in T4A, whereas if you see here this extrinsic muscle of a tongue, this concept has been removed. So what is there is extensive tumors with bilateral tongue involvement. Understood? Or depth of invasion more than 20 millimeters. So this is important. So again, if I revise this particular slide, remember in 8th edition AJCC, they have included depth of invasion. Understood? T4A is resectable disease. That means bone or skin. T4B is skull base or internal carotid artery involvement. So at least remember these 3 points what I have told to you. So similarly, if we talk about nodal staging, you can see that 7th versus 8th edition is almost same. That means if we talk about N1, this is single ipsilateral lymph node 3 centimeter or less, whereas N2 is single ipsilateral more than 3 centimeter but less than 6 centimeter. N2B is multiple ipsilateral less than 6 centimeter node. N2C is any contralateral lymph node or bilateral lymph node, whereas N3 is any node more than 6 centimeter. But remember what is a change in 8th edition AJCC, that extra nodal extension, ENE. So any node which has got an extra nodal extension, prognosis totally changes, and irrespective of its size, it directly comes in N3 category. Clear? So what is the crux of this particular slide? Extra nodal extension is N3. Why? Because behavior of this metastasis totally changes, behavior of cancer totally changes. At last we are coming on to our question. So question asked was, best possible investigation for a disease shown in the following picture are. Option A, MRI plus biopsy. B, CT plus biopsy. C is ultrasound with FNAC, fine needle aspiration cytology. And D is PET scan with biopsy. So now you know this is a case of, if you see this picture, this is a case of ulceroproliferative growth, right lateral border of tongue. Clear? So tongue is a soft tissue structure, and probably this is a case of carcinoma tongue. Clear? So to see carcinoma tongue, which is a soft tissue structure, and to see its lymphatic metastasis in neck, you know, for soft tissues, good investigation is magnetic resonance imaging. Clear? You can also evaluate the same lesion using CT scan, but if you ask investigation of choice, that is MRI. Clear? And obviously for any malignancy we need to confirm diagnosis using biopsy. So if we talk about best option here, it is MRI plus biopsy. It is a soft tissue, and to see lymphatic metastasis we need to do MRI. Clear? And to prove malignancy we need to do biopsy. So best option is MRI plus biopsy. So this is how we evaluate oral cavity cancers. I again revise this particular presentation, that remember TNM classification. You must know 8th edition AJCC changes, that is how they have included depth of invasion, how they have included extranodal extension. Clear? You must know T4A is resectable disease, T4B is unresectable disease. What do you mean by unresectable? That is skull base or internal carotid artery involvement. So all these important aspects you must know, and these are very important questions which are asked in PG entrance. Clear? So thank you very much. For more videos you can always subscribe our channel, and if you have any problem you can always let us know. Thank you very much.